Heightened betting on women's March Madness brought by Caitlin Clark grows in her absence. Atlantic City. They called it the Caitlin Clark effect, the heightened interest in and betting on women's college basketball due to the record-smashing performance of the former Iowa hoop star. Now that Clark has turned pro, with her rookie season in the WNBA already in the books, some wondered whether the hoopla surrounding her college career would prove to be a flash in the pan. It wasn't, especially from a betting perspective. Numerous sportsbooks say they are experiencing even higher levels of betting on this year's women's NCAA basketball tournament, without Clark, but with a wave of new stars. BetMGM has seen 35% more money bet on women's college basketball this year compared to the previous year, and the amount of women betting on the games is up 39%. The total number of BetMGM customers wagering on the women's tournament is up 32% this year, the company said. Caitlin Clark obviously played a large role in the growth we saw in women's college basketball last season, and there was a bit of uncertainty going into the 2024-25 season with her moving to the WNBA, said Hannah Luther, a trader with BetMGM. But even outside of Caitlin Clark and Iowa, we've seen growing interest in women's college basketball over the last few years, and we're hopeful that it could grow even more and that new players could take over Clark's role, she said. So, we were committed to expanding our women's college basketball offerings and further tapping into the potential of the league this season. She said increased television and media coverage of the games and players with endorsement deals also helped drive interest in the women's college games. Games involving top 10 teams can generate 10 to 20 times the amount of money bet on other games, Luther said. Zachary Schlouch, director of sportsbook operations for BetRivers, said bets on the women's championship tournament are up 30% this year over last year's levels, when Clark was playing for a title. While it will be hard to top the madness Caitlin Clark brought to the month of March 2024, betting interest in the NCAA conference tournaments reached all-time highs at BetRivers Sportsbooks, he said. This follows the trend we've seen across the season, as loyal college bettors continue to grow their engagement on high-profile, televised women's sports. Caesars Sportsbook is also seeing a surge in post-Clark women's college basketball bets, with new stars stepping into the spotlight. The growth of women's NCAA basketball in recent years has been truly exhilarating, said Patrick Berbert, a college basketball trader with Caesars. This season particularly has been nothing short of spectacular, with fan favorite Juju Watkins consistently drawing significant attention. Additionally, star players such as Paige Bueckers from UConn and Hannah Hidalgo from Notre Dame are also expected to capture the interest of bettors during the tournament, he said. Given the current level of success throughout the field, many teams have a chance to vie for the championship in 2025. South Carolina is the betting favorite at BetMGM at plus 220, winning $220 on a $100 bet. Connecticut is next at plus 240, UCLA at plus 525, and Texas and USC both at plus 700. DraftKings is also seeing significant betting on the women's games. Women's college basketball really broke through last season, especially during the tournament, with Caitlin Clark leading the way, said Johnny Avello, the company's director of sports operations. While she has moved on to the WNBA, there is still plenty of star power in the sport that has kept the momentum alive this season, he said. With excitement still high, we anticipate another heavily wagered tournament and are thrilled to offer fans a comprehensive menu of betting options for every game. Aaron Waddleworth, the trading leader at Bet365, said, "The growth of women's basketball in general over the last 3 to 4 years has been immense." He said betting on this year's women's tournament has been comparable to that of last year, even without Clark, and should set new records. Players like Paige Bueckers, Juju Watkins, and Flau'jae Johnson have picked up the star power where the others left off, he said.